There's several things in this world I like. One of the most important is always being right. Yeah, I keep saying online, you can check if you've heard Neil's World. Welcome. How's it going? I've said many times, China is not going to be a world leader. The second reserve currency will be controlled by Russia and its cohorts. China is just a byproduct of the times, basically. They've already screwed themselves. My glasses are always weird. I need to get a new set of glasses. Anyhow, Dixie really wants to say hello. Oh, not anymore. She was just bothering me. China has a bad problem of screwing its friends. And what do you mean by that, Neil? Well, this is what I mean. It's going to be about 3 minutes. Sorry. Again, it's about China. It's always about China.
Are considered allies. China has a full habit of stabbing its own friends. As these sanctions were imposed on Russia by European nations, China hopped in with deals to grow its circle inside the continent. China pushed ahead with its agenda of China Rail Express within Europe, which is a critical logistical cog in President Xi Jinping's Belt and Road Initiative. But due to the Russo-Ukraine war, supply chain disruptions have made rail transport across Asia and Europe a direct victim. But make no mistake, the supply chain disruptions are not the only reason behind the failure of China. There are several factors at play, and Russia could be one of the primary factors behind the shattering of Chinese dreams in Europe. In a bid to boost its relation with European nations, China launched a whole new freight train service to Europe. This new route was planned in such a manner that none of the tracks were entering Russia. This new route travels the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea via rail-sea combined transportation, bypassing Russian territory. Several countries in Central and Eastern Europe could be reached via this new rail-sea transport route. According to Chinese official media, the train was supposed to travel 11,300 kilometers from Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Romania, Hungary, Slovakia, and the Czech Republic before arriving in Mannheim, Germany. Through this route, China thought it would be opening new opportunities for domestic and international enterprises within Europe while simultaneously snubbing Russia. The plan, however, didn't work out as expected as the supply chain issues formed dark clouds over the freight corridor. But an unusual trend was also seen that indicates that the plan became significantly irrelevant from the very beginning. Industry-based data has revealed that there was a sharp rise visible in the number of freight trains going from China to Russia in the first half of 2022. Western sanctions were suggested as the cause of this unexpected increase because they increased Russia's trade with Eastern countries. This might be a big statement to quote, but Russia used China as a pawn for bypassing sanctions. Over 60% of all the Chinese freight trains that travel to European nations in the first half were possibly bound to Russian goods, up from 45% the previous year. This train line was directly affected as European countries refrained from purchasing products from China after it came to their knowledge that Russia might be using Chinese channels to evade sanctions. Furthermore, as the war between Russia and Ukraine drags on, the European nations have already started to designate China as one of its staunchest enemies. They
What?
do not want China to be their partner in the near future. Believe it or not, there is a way.
Hold on. So a world leader can't have Europe as a partner because the European countries don't want this supposed new world leader as a partner. That's a good start for vying for a world reserve currency.
Wave of rising sentiments against China. Recently, many European nations supported the motion of NATO to announce China as one of its enemies.
And that's how you become a world reserve currency. You get announced as an enemy of the world. Okay, for all you people that love the CCP and want the yuan, the digital yuan, which if you watch my previous videos, they actually delete your money. They just go to the keyboard and say, oh no, you don't have no money and you have no receipt because we deleted it too. Okay, they're not going to be the world reserve currency, people. Get off your high horse. China's dead.
Whereas Germany forced its automakers to move out of China by ending the subsidies as it wanted China to have the least say in its automaking. Even if that's not enough for you to believe that there is a rising hatred for China, there are also several media reports available on the internet that suggest EU nations are concerned about the Xinjiang police files that completely exposed the CCP. It was obvious.
That was the 1 billion names leaked. Like I said in my previous video, that has some extraordinary ramifications. She just mentioned that the ramifications are being looked at by other European countries to see if they even want to deal with China now.
That China's goal of positioning itself as a rival to Russia would fall short. Russia controls a major portion of the European market, and it will never permit China to have a larger piece of a market where it already reigns supreme. In addition, Europe also does not want China to have any influence over its market because it understands.
And that's that, folks. No one wants China to have anything to do with running the world other than those people out there in YouTube land and on the internet that think that China and the yuan are going to be something. Any financial advisor, and I'm not a financial, I'm worse than Jack. I'm not nobody special. I'm nobody special. I'm so not special. And I can see that anyone who thinks they're a financial advisor that's pushing the digital yuan, they must work for the central banks and don't have your best interest in heart, people. Because China